Think you can make money on sports betting apps? Sure, anyone could win in the short term. But in the long run, these apps are designed to create the illusion of skill while systematically draining your bank account. In this video, I'll expose the tricks sportsbooks use to keep you losing and reveal why staying ahead is nearly impossible. Sports betting has exploded in popularity, luring millions into believing they can outsmart the system and consistently beat the odds. The apps are sleek, the bets are easy to place, every win feels like proof that you're in control. But here's the harsh reality. That feeling of control is exactly what these platforms want you to believe. It's no secret that sports betting apps are in the business of making money, but how do they guarantee a profit? Well, they do so by ensuring that over time, they always have an edge. This edge comes from something called the vigorish, or the VIG for short, which essentially is a built-in commission the bookmakers charge on every bet. It's how they guarantee long-term profitability no matter the outcome of individual bets. Let's break it down with a simple example of a coin toss. In a fair toss, there are two possible outcomes, head and tails, each with a 50% chance of happening. If the bookmaker were to offer fair odds on this, they give you even money. So if you bet $100 on heads and it lands on heads, you should win $100. But instead of offering you even odds, the bookmaker would charge you $110 in order to win $100. The extra $10 is the bookmaker's commission. Now let's say on the coin toss, one person is betting heads, the other is betting tails. Each are wagering $110. One of them will win and the bookmaker collects $110 from the losing bettor, only has to pay out $100 to the winning bettor. This leaves the bookmaker with a $10 profit, regardless of whether the coin lands on heads or tails. This small difference might seem insignificant at first, but over thousands of bets, it adds up. In the long run, this house edge ensures the bookmaker comes out ahead, making sports betting a profitable business for them and a losing game for you. So while it may feel like you're making smart bets, your ability to predict the outcome is not relevant since the odds are always stacked slightly against you. Professional sports bettors know that overcoming this house edge is incredibly challenging. The only way they can do this is by finding opportunities where the bookmaker has made a mistake in pricing. But to identify these opportunities, they have to rely on advanced statistical modeling, which involves analyzing vast amounts of data, developing complex algorithms, and constantly updating their models to account for new information. This process is not only highly technical, but very time-consuming. It requires tracking every win and loss meticulously, refining your statistical models continuously, and having a deep understanding of both the sport and the betting market. This kind of betting is not based on emotion and goes well beyond recreation. But what if I told you even if you were able to bet this way, the apps still won't let you maintain a profit? Sports betting apps are sophisticated platforms that closely monitor every bet you place. They use advanced algorithms to track your betting patterns, analyzing how often you win, and even assess the strategies you might be using. When they detect that someone is consistently making profitable bets, the app takes notice. Once you are identified as a profitable bettor, they take steps to protect their bottom line. One of the most common tactics is to restrict the amount you're allowed to bet, effectively capping your potential winnings. This makes it incredibly difficult for even the most skilled bettors to sustain a profitable strategy over time. The effort required simply isn't worth it. That's why sports betting on these apps should be approached as a form of entertainment, similar to going to a movie or dining out. Just like you wouldn't expect to make money from these activities, don't expect to profit from sports betting in the long term. By setting a budget for what you're willing to spend, you may be able to enjoy sports betting as a form of entertainment. But be sure to ask yourself, is it worth the cost? On average, how much do you spend on sports betting in a month? Pause the video and do the math. Now ask yourself, is the amount of entertainment you're getting worth that much money? If I told you there's a really fun app, but the subscription fee is that much per month, would you be willing to pay it? If you're finding that sports betting is taking up more time and money than you planned, it might be time to take a closer look. Early warning signs of sports betting addiction include needing to bet with increasing amounts of money to achieve the same excitement, feeling restless or irritable when trying to cut back, making repeated unsuccessful attempts to stop, being preoccupied with sports betting, betting when feeling distressed, chasing losses to try to win back money, lying to hide the extent of your betting, risking relationships or opportunities due to betting, and relying on others for financial help to relieve desperate situations caused by betting. Recognizing these signs is crucial to preventing further harm. If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone. As an addiction counselor specializing in gambling, I've talked to many young men struggling with sports betting. If you want to regain control, click the link in the description to schedule a free virtual call with me. Otherwise, check out my video on how to stop gambling without relying on willpower. See you in the next one.